Have you ever felt like you can read people before they explain themselves? You walk into a room and sense who is honest, who is insecure, who is hiding something, and who is trying to control the atmosphere. That is the Jyeshtha signature. Jyeshtha is the energy of the eldest, the protector, the crisis handler, the strategist, the one who grows up fast and learns that life is not always innocent. If you have Moon, Ascendant, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Rahu or Ketu in Jyeshtha, or if you relate strongly to Enneagram 8, Enneagram 3, Enneagram 5, ENTJ, ESTJ or INTJ, listen carefully. This is not just a personality reading. This is a mirror. You may be Gen Z, in school, college, your first job, your first relationship, or your first identity crisis. But inside, there may already be an old soul saying, I cannot afford to be weak. I need to understand people. I need to stay ahead. I need to become powerful enough that nobody can break me. That is Jyeshtha. Jyeshtha falls at the end of Scorpio. Depth, secrets, survival, intimacy, fear, control, psychology, and transformation. Mercury rules Jyeshtha, so the mind becomes sharp, strategic, observant, and alert. So the simple formula is this. Jyeshtha is Scorpio emotion plus Mercury strategy. You do not simply feel emotions, you analyze them. You decode tone, timing, hidden messages, silence, and sudden changes. You remember loyalty, betrayal, and who disappeared when you needed them. This is why Jyeshtha connects strongly with Enneagram Type 8, the challenger. Type 8 says, I must be strong, I must not be controlled. I must protect myself and my people. If this is your pattern, you do not like being pushed around. You do not respect fake authority. You do not like weak excuses. You respect courage, loyalty, honesty, and direct action. At your best, you protect others. You step up when everyone else panics. You say, enough, I will handle this. You can become a leader, coach, crisis manager, security professional, strategist, psychologist, therapist, or someone who transforms damage into power. But here is the warning. Your strength can become your prison. If you are always proving you are untouchable, you may never allow deep love. If you always test people, you may exhaust those trying to stay. If you always need control, you may turn friendship, love, career, and family into a battlefield. Your growth is not to become weak. Your growth is to become strong without becoming hard. Jyeshtha also connects with Enneagram Type 3, the achiever. This is the side of you that wants rank, respect, recognition, success, and visible results. You do not want to be ignored. You do not want to sit quietly while less capable people get applause. You want to prove yourself. For youth and teenagers, this may show up through grades, popularity, social media image, leadership roles, exams, competitions, career pressure, or the fear that everyone else is moving faster than you. If you are Jyeshtha Type 3, you may keep asking, am I successful enough? Am I respected enough? Am I impressive enough? Am I becoming someone? This can make you ambitious, productive, disciplined, and strategic. You can do well anywhere influence matters, but the shadow is dangerous. You may perform confidence instead of building it. You may create an image instead of a self. You may chase applause while feeling empty inside. So remember this clearly. Your worth cannot depend only on winning. Build your career. Become excellent. Rise. But do not become so addicted to status that you forget your soul. Then comes Enneagram Type 5, the investigator. This is hidden Jyeshtha genius. You watch, observe, research, and study psychology, astrology, strategy, technology, money, relationships, power, and human behavior. You may not always speak first, but you are rarely unaware. If you are Jyeshtha Type 5, you feel safest when you know more. Knowledge becomes protection, analysis becomes armor, distance becomes control. This can make you brilliant. Researcher, coder, psychologist, analyst, writer, astrologer, strategist, investigator, therapist, cybersecurity expert, or problem solver. But the shadow is isolation. You may think If nobody knows me, nobody can hurt me. So you hide feelings behind intelligence. You disappear when emotions become messy. You observe life instead of participating in it. Your growth is to realize that insight is powerful, but connection is also intelligence. Connect this with MBTI. Jyeshtha strongly resonates with ENTJ, the commander. Your energy says, I see the system, I see the weakness, I know how to take charge. You want direction, results, impact, leadership, and transformation. But do not confuse leadership with domination. Real power helps people become stronger around you. Jyeshtha also connects with ESTJ, the executive. This is the practical authority side. You value structure, discipline, responsibility, standards, performance, and respect. You may become the organizer, captain, planner, manager, or the person everyone relies on. But do not become harsh or rigid. Discipline is powerful, but empathy makes discipline sustainable. Then there is INTJ, the architect. This is the private, deep, strategic Jyeshtha. You think long term, notice patterns, and see where things are going before others catch up. But do not hide behind silent superiority. Let your mind serve your life, not replace your life. Now let us bring this into houses. The house shows where your Jyeshtha intensity operates. In the first, it shapes identity and presence. In the second, it affects speech, family, money, and values. In the third, it gives bold communication, writing, media, sales, podcasting, and investigation. In the fourth, it deepens home, mother, private life, and emotional roots. In the fifth, it intensifies romance, creativity, intelligence, and performance. In the sixth, it gives strength for conflict, enemies, medicine, litigation, operations, and crisis work. In the seventh, relationships become powerful and karmic with lessons around equal power. In the eighth, intensity multiplies through psychology, sexuality, secrets, trauma healing, occult knowledge, inheritance, and rebirth. In the ninth, belief, teachers, father figures, law, philosophy, and dharma become intense. In the 10th, career becomes a field of ambition, authority, leadership, status, and transformation. In the 11th, networks, friendships, gains, and ambitions become strategic. In the 12th, power becomes hidden, spiritual, foreign, subconscious, or private. Now, what happens when personal planets sit in Jyeshtha? If your moon is in Jyeshtha, your emotional body is intense. You feel deeply, remember strongly, and trust slowly. You need loyalty and respect. But you must learn to express emotion without testing everyone. If Mercury is in Jyeshtha, your mind is sharp, strategic, investigative, and psychologically powerful. You can decode people and speak with impact, but do not manipulate with words. If Mars is in Jyeshtha, your action style is fierce. You can fight, protect, compete, and survive. This is strong for crisis work, defense, surgery, sports, engineering, or leadership. But anger must become discipline. If Venus is in Jyeshtha, love becomes passionate, magnetic, loyal, and complicated. You want deep bonding, not casual affection. But jealousy and control can damage intimacy. Love needs trust, not surveillance. If Rahu is in Jyeshtha, ambition becomes amplified. You may crave power, recognition, secrecy, influence, or elite status. You can rise dramatically. But obsession with power can create scandal, anxiety, and emotional hunger. If Ketu is in Jyeshtha, you may carry detached wisdom around power, secrecy, and transformation. You may be spiritual, occult, withdrawn, or psychologically deep. But do not confuse detachment with emotional numbness. Here are quick examples. Moon in Jyeshtha in the second house can make family and money central to emotional security. Mercury in the third can create a podcaster, writer, strategist, or investigator. Mars in the sixth can create a fighter who thrives in law, medicine, police, athletics, or operations. Venus in the seventh can create magnetic relationships where loyalty, jealousy, intimacy, and power need maturity. Rahu in the 10th can create ambition for authority, fame, rank, and public impact. Ketu in the 12th can create dream life, solitude, spiritual depth, and hidden healing capacity. So what is the final message? If Jyeshtha is strong in your chart, your life is not about being ordinary. You are not built for shallow living. You are built to understand power, emotion, crisis, loyalty, betrayal, ambition, psychology, and transformation. But your success depends on one question. Will you use your intensity to protect, build, heal, and lead? Or will you use it to control, test, dominate, hide, and burn yourself out? As your personality coach, I will tell you directly, your intensity is not the problem. Your unconscious intensity is the problem. When you become conscious, suspicion becomes intuition. Anger becomes courage. Secrecy becomes wisdom. Ambition becomes leadership. Emotional depth becomes healing power. So if this reading felt personal, do not ignore it. Your nakshatra, MBTI, and Enneagram together can reveal your emotional pattern, career style, relationship behavior, leadership potential, hidden wounds, and growth path accurately. And if you want a deep personality reading with me where I connect your nakshatra, planetary placements, MBTI style, Enneagram pattern, career direction, relationship psychology, and soul growth blueprint, then get in touch with me. Because once you understand your design, you stop fighting yourself. You stop copying other people. You stop asking what is wrong with me. And you start asking the better question, how do I use who I already am at the highest level? That is where real transformation begins.